everyone. Good morning. Happy Scrap Saturdays. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have a snack, or no. Grab your photos right away. This is going to be a longer one. It's a fast layout, I think, and the time is not that much, right? 15 minutes, 20 minutes together, we can do this. But it's just that I decided to leave my beginning or how I got to my paper. And I know in a previous video I had mentioned that I had at least 10 Scraptastic kits left over from my subscription when I used to subscribe. They no longer do kits, I believe, or I didn't even know that they were coming to an end. So in this haul section of my process video, you're going to see that I have a lot of flare badges. Yay! I had forgotten. It's like Christmas all over again. It was so much fun to kind of like look through my room because I had been on such a kick to reopen all of my past kits and stuff like that. I think the Felicity Jane one really made me realize that I should just look around my craft room and see where I need to get some inspiration for some new stuff while I wait for my hip kits to arrive. So I really love that stamp set, the bubble one. I mean, I've already thought about it. I'm like, oh dear, if I stamp those, I'm gonna have to like fussy cut them out, but I'm practicing, so I'm gonna get better, and I really like them. So those ones went straight onto my trolley. Like I have one of those IKEA Rask cart things, and so I keep all of my what I want to use daily type stamps on that cart. And I really loved this Pink Fresh Studio Life Noted green and yellow paper. And ironically, like I'm going to be using two very small photos, and my printer, this is when I had my other one, my PictureMate. I printed out these photos from my phone, I believe. These weren't the ones that I just recently uploaded and am currently printing out with my new Canon selfie, but it was like running out of ink, or maybe the rollers on the printing had like a grainy texture to them. So they're not the best quality photos, but I think that for the amount of pictures that we do or don't print out, I don't want to waste them, and they're okay. You get the gist of what it is. And if it's a really like one of my favorite photos, I don't mind reprinting these and redoing a layout, because I'm pretty sure one day I'm going to be retired and my kids are going to have their own life, and I'm not going to have anything to scrap about except for my cats. So I figure, it's okay. We'll just go with what I have on hand. And the yellow and green was really calling to me. There is a lot of green scenery within the photos that we did take. And I know, again, the pictures are so small, it's hard to see, but this is what I do. I normally go through most of the papers and let them speak to me and cut them up as I see that I think I'm going to be using them. So I really like doing this. It's a lot of fun. I have some music playing in the background, and I'm just kind of like doing my own thing. And these next two layouts, I'm not too sure when you're going to be seeing this one, but I'm aiming for it to go up on a Saturday. But I do find that I've struggled a little bit. Like I didn't have a rhyme or reason, or, I did like 5 or 6 really good layouts, but these next two, this one it turned out better than I expected. I'm going to be honest. Like I was okay with it, but I had no idea where I was going or what I was doing. And because it's been so long since I've seen these papers, I felt like this one here, I was like, whoa, it's very thick. It's a very good quality paper. I'm like, wow. I don't know. There was just something about crafting on this day that just, we all get into those moods. And I think it's part of being honest with each other and letting each other know that, we do all struggle in our own right way, and it's okay to struggle. So I'm just making sure that there's no other papers I want to cut up. And I kind of paused on the polka dot paper because I tried to get a little combination going off to the side, because that's where I kind of pick and choose my layering from. Because then I know that the next few layouts that I work with are going to look good because it's all coming from the same combination. And I really love this paper that says documented on it. And I saved the documented because that's what I really wanted, not realizing it was going to cut off so much of the yellow on the other side. And I'm just making sure that that's the piece of paper I want to start with. And again, yes, as soon as I look at it, it just calls to me. And those are some really nice Pink Fresh Studio yellow letter stickers that I've never used. And I was like, ooh, I really like that. And I already thought of a title for my next layout when I was looking at it, but I don't end up using those letters on this layout. And so I'm thinking that I want to use both photos because this is one of those moments again where in my family, it's probably, I'm going to say 6 out of 10 photos, we go through the same thing where I'm like, guys, I'd like to take a picture of you. And the silliness continues where my son has, we call it the jellyfish net on the top photo. And he's trying to like capture my husband's head with the jellyfish net. Now, today, because you see this photo that you're looking at right now, you can see that there's a wall, like a small little wall that protects us from ginormous cliffs. I find that very funny. There are lizards that come out daily, and they come out when the sun is really, really hot. And so my husband was trying to teach my kids on our daily little walk up and down the streets just before we go off to the beach or wherever we were going, that you can catch these lizards, but they're so fast that it's very hard to catch them. So my son thought if he brought up the jellyfish, which is really just a butterfly net, but we call it the jellyfish net because there's no butterflies here, that he would be more successful catching these lizards. I do believe my husband did catch a lizard, and what they do in their defense mechanism is that they release their tails, and the kids are like, oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, there's so many things to this trip that are just incredible. You know, the things that you realize that, you know, in Canada, we don't have anything like that. The worst that we have is maybe mosquitoes in the summertime that are the most annoying, and bees, but they're part of the environment. So I say annoying, not because, you know, we should get rid of them, but annoying just because sometimes when you're trying to have a picnic and then, you know, the whole family of bees thinks that they're invited too, right? So these speech bubbles that say capture, capture, captured, and smile, smile, smile are perfect because I captured the silliness on the top photo, and then I'm like, literally, if you could see my son's face in a close-up of the second photo, he's like terrified. I'm like, can you please just stand still and smile? Which is like 90% of my photos. I look at them and I think, oh my gosh, we've lost the genuine, you know, family posing of photos. But you know what? All in the name of scrapbooking, I have to do what I have to do. And usually, as you can see, Mama Bear is left out of the photo, but that's okay because I practice taking selfies with people, and sometimes I do pass the camera around, and I do graciously ask that others take photos of us as a family. So I do have plenty of photos of us together, but most of our memories is me struggling to capture them, which I won't go on today about it, but you all know what I mean, right? So the camera, the black and white camera, is also an exclusive die cut to the Scraptastic kit that came in that collection. I think it kind of matches the Simple Stories stickers that have cameras and stuff like that. So it's just beautiful. I really like it. And I do believe that I'm going to be stamping out those speech bubbles and just cutting them up and having them on hand because I really like them. I really like the sentiments on them, and they make for good titles, right? And they make for whimsical looking layouts when I don't know what direction I'm going in. So here, I think this Heidi Swap mist, I don't know what color that one is. It's actually right here beside me. So it's the teal one. And I really like it, but I think I need a new one. I don't know. It doesn't squirt out anymore. And every time I think I shake it too much and it gets foamy, but I still like it because in my son's clothing, he's wearing his banana tank top. There's a lot of little pops of blue, which I think helps with bringing the eye towards the photo and stuff like that. And of course, I only use the Heidi Shine gold, which looks phenomenal on this page. And I really like it. And I told you, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to these backgrounds. Yes, Missy, you've created a monster. I watch you and I watch your magic. And I'm nowhere near Missy's caliber, but I'm getting there. So watch your back, sister. So here I'm gluing down these Pink Fresh Studio acetate words, and I love them. I love that they're there, but they're not in your face there. It just totally, I opened up the package and I didn't even know what my title was going to be. So Happy Place and Real Story sounds good to me. And I don't mind that my hot glue is showing. I didn't want to staple these. I thought about stapling it, but I thought, you know, Monica, again, the same Monica rationale that I tell you in every video, for the amount of times that I'm going to be looking at it, or the amount of times people are going to be looking at it, it's okay. And honestly, that's what scrapbooking is about, right? And it's my own advice that I have to swallow here. There's imperfections to the perfection of. And I mean that in a sense that you have to embrace what your style is and you have to own it. It's okay that there's hot glue there, because I use hot glue and that's how it went down. And scrapbooking, you know, has evolved to this, you know, perfectly unattainable aesthetic that we all think, wow, you know, what is she doing? But it sometimes has to go with the flow, and there are some things that we just have to let go of, right? For some people, this may be a big no-no. You might be thinking, oh, Monica, hell no, I cannot do that. But for me, it was okay, because yeah, if I tell you and I point it out to you and I don't do a good enough job around the clustering of my photos, then yeah, the only thing you're going to notice is the globs of glue. But I think if you casually move your eyes around a scrapbooking layout, then everything has its place. So with that being said, I cut the camera in half and I love that it's anchoring both sides. And then I'm using some of the Scraptastic word stickers. This is the Simple Stories stickers that came in the kit as well. And I really like them. I like clear stickers that have, you know, the black typing to it. So it's kind of like a typewriter font. And I really liked that yellow splatter sticker. I thought, oh wow, that's kind of mimicking what I wanted the background to look like a street splatter. I don't even know how to explain that, but that's how I felt. And then I put the lighter blue one on the bottom there. I used a lot of foam dots to lift up my speech bubbles, and I'm not sure if I've gotten there yet or not because I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of rambling on about, you know, imperfection, perfection. So yes, I always love, I've had a few of these. Actually, it was the Simple Stories summer collection that I had purchased a few years ago to do my Cuba photos. And so I've worked with these stickers before and I love them. They're not too thin and flimsy, but they're very see-through. So when you do place them down, it's almost like a tattoo kind of rub-on, but without the rub-on, you know, pain in the butt. I don't have good luck with rub-ons at all. They're gonna be like on my bottom of the list. But, you know, maybe I've never had good quality ones, or I'm a bad girl and I leave things too late and I don't, you know, cut into my kits, as you can see. So I've layered some stars just to anchor more black to bring your focus and your attention to the two photos. There is a lot of darkness in the photos and my daughter's shirt is black. And so, you know, again, it was cell phone pictures, but that's exactly what it looks like. It's a very brown, gray, you know, that's what everything looks like there, except for some places where the houses are all painted white. And so the pictures will change, or the photos will change in their quality. The click is so cute. I'm so glad that I've, you know, cracked into these kits because I found my flare badges. Yay! And I believe that these are all just Scraptastic exclusive flare badges. I don't really know where they used to make or get their flare badge, their badges from, but I'm just so glad that I have them. And I covered up the staples there. I wasn't feeling the staples today. That's why I didn't staple the other words down. I wanted it to not have staples. I don't know why, but that's why I put the click there, but I think it looks good. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. I'm stamping. The VersaFine is out. Yes, time to have fun. Absolutely. So I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. I was surprised. It wasn't what I thought, but yeah, it's cute. It's whimsical. It's different. Coming in with a little bit more blue just to bring out the punches of blue, as you see. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your comments. Be inspired. Grab your photo and let's do this together. Take care, guys.